America's national debt surpassed $31 trillion for the first time this week, the Treasury Department said, as the country battles high inflation and contends with rising interest rates. The milestone figure comes as the Federal Reserve hikes interest rates to combat historically high levels of inflation, which makes borrowing more expensive for the government. At the moment, monthly federal deficits are now far smaller than they were during the pandemic. And for 2 months this year, January and April, the government ran a surplus. Now Congress must pass a legislation to raise debt ceiling, a cap on total borrowing that currently sits at just below $3.14 trillion by early next year to avoid a government default, according to estimates. Lawmakers last voted to raise the federal borrowing limit by an additional $2.5 trillion in 2021. And if Republicans take control of the House or the Senate before the deadline, it could result in a partisan battle over another debt ceiling hike. Federal borrowing reached record levels during the COVID-19 pandemic as the government tried to support the economy amid lockdowns, layoffs, and supply chain disruptions. The national debt reached $30 trillion by late January, whereas at the end of 2019, before alarms were sounded over the COVID-19 pandemic, the total stood at $22.7 trillion.